Good afternoon, staff members at National Taiwan Normal University. I greet you all, especially those who are working in the Office of Admission and also the department which I'm about to join, Department of Special Education in the College of Education. I welcome you to this clip where I'm going to introduce myself and tell you briefly about who Alan Chidea is. Okay, to start with, my name is Alan Brandy Chidea. I come from Zambia in the continent of Africa. I come from a family of 6 where we have 5 gentlemen and 1 fine lady. My parents, mother and dad, died a long time ago when I was still very young. I did my primary and secondary education right there in Zambia at Kasoma Bangwell Basic School. From there, I proceeded to do my high school, secondary school level at Santhia Secondary School. And I completed my secondary school education in 2002. After completing my secondary education, I worked briefly at a company which was run by 2 governments, Chinese and the Zambian government. When I quitted the job, I decided to become a brother of charity. Brothers of Charity, they belong to a Catholic congregation. So after I joined them, I went to Tanzania where I was sent for some training. The Brothers of Charity actually, they work with children with disabilities and also they run psychiatric hospitals. So the interest to work with children with disabilities started from there. That was somewhere around 2005, a long time ago. I did my first training in caring people with disabilities in Tanzania. From there, I was sent to Kenya to do some formation training. After that, I was sent back to Tanzania where I did some community experience as well as some form of work at Newman College. I was in charge of the careers office or academic office where I was providing some counseling services to the students who were studying at Newman High School in Tanzania. Again, a time came when I was told to go to Kenya. In Kenya, I was there trying to do some charity works as well as studying some religious studies. That was not the end. I was also sent to Rwanda. In Rwanda, I worked with children with disabilities again at Gatagara Inclusive Education School. So the whole of my life I've been dealing with or working with children with disabilities. After this work experience that I had with the Brothers of Charity, a time came when I wanted to do some formal training or rather to acquire some academic qualifications in the field of special education. So I was told to go back to Zambia and look for the university where I can study special education. That was in 2010. So in 2010, I got enrolled at the University of Zambia, where I decided to pursue Bachelor of Education in Special Education. I did that bachelor's degree for a period of 4 years. From 2010, I graduated in 2014. While I was there at the University of Zambia, I got some part-time job at Ritro Assisi Special School. It is a school which is found in Lusaka, not very far from the University of Zambia where I was studying special education. After I graduated, I was employed there as a teacher as well as a sports master. I was trying to provide some physical training to children with disabilities. As I was working at Literacies, I had a plan to go for master's degree, and I started looking for an opportunity to pursue my master's degree abroad. So in 2015, I applied for a scholarship called KGSP, Korean Government Scholarship Program. Whilst I was working, I succeeded. I became successful, and I was awarded this scholarship. So in August 2015, I moved to South Korea, where I was studying my master's degree. Before I started my master's degree in South Korea, I was enrolled in a language school at Kangwon National University in Chuncheon, right here in South Korea. I did Korean language for 1 year, 6 months, from 2015 up to somewhere around 2017 in February. Then in March, that was spring semester, 2017, I moved to graduate school where I was supposed to pursue my master's degree in special education. That was Daegu University. At Daegu University, I did my master's for 2 years, from 2017 to 2019, when I graduated with master's in special education. After I graduated in South Korea at Daegu University, I wanted to have some kind of work experience in Asian country. So I couldn't get a job in the academic field, but there was a company where I found something to do. I was employed at Lotte Global Logistics as a distributor. I worked there for a period of 1 year, 7 months. And as I was doing that type of job in the afternoon, I could go in the evening or afternoon to teach as part-time teacher, teaching English to Korean children in the academy. After all this experience in Korea, then I thought it's time again to go back to school and finish my PhD. As I was trying to see which country can I go and do my PhD, as I was doing some consultation with friends, I realized that I have a friend who is in Taiwan, studying in Taiwan. So I engaged him in the discussion, trying to advise me about the education system in Taiwan. Then he gave me a number of universities which are providing PhD in education. But the type of PhD I want to do is not just any type of education, but special education, because that's where I'm coming from. That's where I have a rich background. I have a rich background in special education. When I was reviewing the university, then I found that the National Taiwan Normal University is among the best universities which are offering an English taught program in special education. And that's how I came to be interested and wanting to apply for this type of program. I'm actually excited to be one of the candidates who would like to study PhD in special education at the National Taiwan Normal University in 2021 fourth semester. Actually, my background allows me to do PhD in special education because for all my life, for all my academic life that I have experienced so far, it's just something to do with special education. I have worked in schools as a teacher in special education, as a teacher of special education needs, teaching children with special education needs. Also, I have worked with organizations that deals with children with disabilities. I have also worked in I have also worked in a community-based rehabilitation program. It's an outreach program where we go out trying to provide some services to children who are severely disabled. Those who cannot come to school, or those who cannot be enrolled in special schools, but their disability is they are actually heavily burdened with their disabilities, so they are kept in homes. At my school where I was teaching, literacy special school, we had a weekly program where teachers were going in communities identifying these children, and we were trying to provide some education right in their homes. So this is all about me. The rest, I'm going to talk a lot in the interview, which is going to be announced after my application process is complete. For me, this is what I have to say, a little about myself. But if you have so many questions about me, let's meet the time we are going to have interviews. I'm looking forward to that. I'm very ready to answer your questions, as well as also me wanting to ask you a few questions.